Hello and welcome to my channel, Food Brainwash. The aim of my channel is to boost your cooking knowledge through a wide variety of different cooking tutorials and food science animations and past exam paper videos. If that sounds like your cup of tea, then please subscribe. So, to make our salted caramel brownies, you're going to need salted caramel, butter, espresso powder, flour, sugar, dark chocolate, 1 egg and some pumpkin seeds. Next, I'm going to grease and flour my baking tin. This will help the cake to stop sticking to the tin. You could also use baking paper for this purpose, but I think I like this method better because it's more environmentally friendly. Remember to shake out that excess flour. Add your chocolate and butter to a heat-proof bowl. I think my butter got melted a bit. Make sure the bowl fits and that the water doesn't touch the bottom. Let's light our stove. Wow, so exciting to watch the flames. Turn down your heat, you don't want to burn your chocolate. Next we're going to add on our pan of water and then put our bowl on top. We're going to allow this to melt gently over the heat. Whoa, time lapse, so you can see the butter and the chocolate are melting together. Make sure the heat is not too ferocious underneath. Turn it down if it is. You don't want to burn your butter and your chocolate. Now our chocolate and butter have melted, let's stir them thoroughly and allow them to cool. Meanwhile, we can whisk up our egg in an extremely tiny bowl. Now we're going to add in our sugar into our chocolate. So sprinkle it in a nice way. Oops, should have wiped the counter there. Oh look, I did. Now let's get our little whisk and get on with combining our chocolate and sugar. Now that has thoroughly been mixed, let's add our espresso powder. Of course, if you don't want to add strong coffee flavour into your brownies, you could of course swap that out for some vanilla. But chocolate and coffee go really well together. So let's add in half the egg, get that whisked in. Wow, can you see how smooth it's becoming? Look at that glorious shine. Now let's add the rest of the egg in. Mix it well together. I'm getting excited now for the end, when the brownies are done and we can do the taste testing. Oh, look at that sheen. Wow, I can almost see myself in it. Right, so next we're going to sift our flour. Make sure you do this carefully so that you don't get flour all over your bench. I tend to tilt my sieve a little bit so that it doesn't go everywhere. Let's mix it in carefully so we don't put flour everywhere. Oops, already did put flour everywhere. Mix, 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 mix. Make sure we get all the flour combined in. I'm going to keep our brownies nut-free, so I'm using pumpkin seeds as well. Of course, if you're making these at home, you're welcome to use any kind of nuts, although I do believe brownies are best with walnuts. So next we're going to divide the batter into half. We're going to add the first half into the bottom of our tin. Spread it evenly into the corners. Get a nice level surface. That way you'll be able to add lots of caramel. Don't forget to check out my other video with how to make the salted caramel for this recipe. Of course, you could always use jarred sauce if you didn't have time to make your own. Ooh, look at those big luscious globs of caramel. Now swirl it through the brownie. I don't think we've got enough caramel. Let's put a bit more in. Yes, that's a bit better. And a bit more. Is it really enough, or do you think we could add a little bit more? Now we're going to add the rest of the batter on top. Make sure you scrape out that bowl really well so that you don't leave any of that delicious brownie batter in the bowl, or on the counter for that matter. Oopsie, I seem to have dropped a bit. Okay, after a quick wipe up, we're going to add the final layer of caramel to the top of the brownies. I heated the caramel up in the microwave to make it easier to drizzle. Now we're going to take our fork and swirl the delicious caramel on top of the brownie. And finish it with the leftover pumpkin seeds. Of course, you can leave it plain if you like. So, now it's ready to go in the oven. We're going to bake it at 170 degrees centigrade on the middle shelf for about 20 to 30 minutes, depending how gooey you'd like it in the middle. Ooh, my favourite bit. Now it's cooled, it's time to cut it. To make it easier to cut, run a knife around the outside of the baking tin, and then get a large palette knife or a spatula, and that will enable you to remove the slice that you're going to eat. Ready to eat. I just need some ice cream. Thanks for watching. I'm off to enjoy my brownie by myself.